Question, the member from Scarborough-Guildwood.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Over the weekend, Chair David Crombie and 6 members of the Greenbelt Council resigned in protest of this government's stubborn refusal to back down from Schedule 6 of their Budget Bill 229 and doubling down on environmentally destructive amendments. Speaker, this government has once again given Ontarians no reason to believe that they would act in good faith with the broad new powers that they're granting themselves to override environmental stewards. This government has a shameful track record on the environment, as shown by the Auditor General. They're failing to protect endangered species at risk, attempting to open up the Greenbelt for development in Bill 66, and bulldozing over science-based decisions and using MZOs to pay favors to the Premier's developer friends.
Question.
When will this stop? This is an unbridled march to environmental disaster. The Premier was clear when he, in his campaign trail, said, we're going to open up the Greenbelt for development.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. Let's hear it.
Over to the Premier.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the member for her comments. I also want to thank the members, the Liberal appointed members from the Greenbelt Council for their service. We committed to expanding the quality and quantity of the Greenbelt in 2020. Mr. Speaker, during the election I said I wasn't going to touch the Greenbelt. Unlike the Liberal government that touched it 17 times, I have not touched the Greenbelt. We won't touch the Greenbelt. We won't build on the Greenbelt. Now, when it comes to MZOs, Mr. Speaker, I know they aren't in favor of accelerating 3,700 long-term care home beds, 720 affordable housing units, 100 supportive housing units, 16,000 market-priced rental homes, and 26,000 jobs. And we're waiting for the Liberals. We'll be waiting for another 20 years, as we did under their administration.
Back to the member from Scarborough-Guildwood for supplementary.
Speaker, well, the Premier knows full well that the amendments does not protect the Greenbelt. It's just words. What do we have to do to make this firm? You are caught on tape promising your insider friends to pave over the Greenbelt. You can't take that away. Instead of listening to the public who want a clean, safe environment, cottagers, environmental groups, and the 36 conservation authorities themselves, the government has doubled down on their goal to weaken environmental protections in this province. At the 11th hour, they introduced amendments after the opportunity for public scrutiny and input has passed. Speaker, the Premier must stand today and commit, 1, not paving over the Greenbelt and keeping it off limits to developers, and 2, removing Schedule 6 from Bill 229, yes or no?
Over to the Premier.
Mr. Speaker, I've committed not to be paving anywhere in the Greenbelt, unlike the Liberals for 15 years. They were paving everywhere throughout the Greenbelt. Matter of fact, Mr. Speaker, they switched it 17 times. Did they switch it for just because they felt good? No, because they were protecting their development buddies. Now the hypocrisy is, Mr. Speaker, Stephen Del Duca.
Excuse me, Premier. I'm going to ask you to withdraw that one comment.
Okay.
Continue.
Stephen Del Duca, the Liberals' leader now, has carved up the Greenbelt 17 times again, but the leader of the Liberals, Stephen Del Duca himself, ignored local planning processes and built a private swimming pool for him and all his buddies and totally ignored the Conservation Authority. And then when he got caught, Mr. Speaker, rather than fixing his mess, he tried to convince the TRCA to allow him to keep his pool and all his buddies over there doing the backstroke with all his development buddies.
Thank you. Thank you very much.